अस्सलामुअलैकुम एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप सब? उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। आज की वीडियो में हम देखेंगे कि किस तरीके से प्रवीण सोनी ने पाकिस्तानी आर्मी की ताकत को प्रेस किया और उसके साथ साथ पाकिस्तान की जियोग्राफिकल लोकेशन और फॉरेन पॉलिसी को प्रेस किया और किस तरीके से उन्होंने बताया कि इंडियन फॉरेन पॉलिसी ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान टोटली फेल रही है। टोटली तो आज की इस वीडियो में हम ये सब चीजें देखेंगे और बगैर टाइम वेस्ट किए वीडियो की तरफ चलते हैं।
When I say that Pakistan's foreign policy has got a major boost, what it means is that all the three great powers of the world today, which is America, China, and Russia, they want close ties with Pakistan. Now, this has implications for India, for the region, which I will explain in the end. That if you want stability in Afghanistan, then it has to be through Pakistan. Pakistan has to help both in the stability and the security of Afghanistan. What this means is that when we talk of stability, that any rebels or terrorists or whatever name you may give them, no great power wants that Afghanistan should become a sanctuary of that. And in that, Pakistan can help a lot. And the impact of Operation Sindoor on the foreign policies of India and Pakistan has not been discussed, something that I will do now. In my video today, I'll explain how Pakistan's foreign policy has got a major boost because of Operation Sindoor, and in a separate video tomorrow, I will explain how India's foreign policy has taken a major knock because of this operation. Now, what happened in this 4-day operation is the first thing that we need to know. So, two big things happened. First is that the world came to the assessment that Pakistan military in a conventional war had emerged as a peer competitor of the Indian military, and this was a big thing. Because until now, the thinking in the world was that Indian military was superior to Pakistan military. That thinking was destroyed. And the second was that the world saw that China, a great power, came in open support of Pakistan, the type of support that the Indian military did not get from the friendly nations of Russia and America. And this I will explain. We know that Pakistan had the advantage of the Bedu constellation, satellites constellation for real time surveillance, which it seems that the Indian military did not get either from America or from Russia, their GPS or GLONASS of Russia. And the reason why I say that is that in the Indian Express of June 21, there is a news that clearly says that the Indian military, one of the things it has learned post Sindoor is how to get real-time surveillance for its military actions through commercial satellite companies, and they have done a deal with the American commercial satellite company. So this is a big thing, and it could also be interpreted as neither Russia nor America was keen to support India militarily against Pakistan in this Operation Sindoor. This is the way it has to be assessed. Now, when I say that Pakistan's foreign policy has got a major boost, what it means is that all the three great powers of the world today, which is America, China, and Russia, they want close ties with Pakistan. Now, this has implications for India, for the region, which I will explain in the end. But first, let me break down how this has happened. So, let me start with a bit of a background for the viewers. And the background is that most are aware that today in the world there are three great powers, which is Russia, China, and America. When we talk of a great power, we are talking of two characteristics of that nation. One is that a great power is one which cannot be pressurized or intimidated by any nation of the world. For example, we have seen President Trump. He has failed miserably in trying to pressurize either China or Russia because both are great powers. And the second characteristic of a great power is that it can exercise influence anywhere in the world, and to do that, a great power always identifies one or two countries as a fulcrum in a particular region through which it exercises influence in the region to further its foreign policy goals. Now it seems that in Eurasia, all the three great powers have identified two such fulcrum nations, and they are Afghanistan and Iran, and Pakistan has borders with both, and hence the importance of Pakistan. Now, I'll explain this in a while, but the other background that needs to be kept in mind is that Pakistan has a unique foreign policy, how it is run. Until it did the nuclear tests in May 1998, the Pakistan Army was the sole authority or had the sole responsibility of the nation's security and defense. But after the nuclear test, the then Army Chief General Jahangir Karamat, he sent a note to Pakistan Foreign Office saying that Pakistan was now a nuclear weapon state, and hence Pakistan Army will have a say, if not total control of Pakistan's foreign policy. And all this has been written in an excellent book called Eating Grass by Brigadier Firoz Hassan Khan. So the point to make here is that when Asim Munir has been elevated from being a general to a five-star field marshal, what it means for the world is that he is that man to talk to for Pakistan's security, Pakistan's geopolitics, its defense, and its foreign policy. And I will explain how this has happened in a while. Now, another background thing that needs to be understood very clearly is that a successful foreign policy of any nation must pay special attention to its geography, the nation's geography, because it is the geography that dictates geopolitics that translates into foreign policy. Having said all that, let me now talk about the two fulcrum nations that I mentioned. Let me start with Afghanistan. As I said, all the three great powers, for different reasons, they have an interest in Afghanistan. And because Pakistan happens to have a border with Afghanistan, its neighbor, so Pakistan's profile has gone up. Why? Because let's take the great powers one by one. As far as as far as America is concerned, America was in Afghanistan for 20 years, from 2001 to 2021. It spent over $8 trillion, plenty of lives lost. Why? Because it wanted stability in Afghanistan, and it failed. And now that realization has come that if you want stability in Afghanistan, then it has to be through Pakistan. Pakistan has to help both in the stability and the security of Afghanistan. What this means is that when we talk of stability, that any rebels or terrorists or whatever name you may give them, no great power wants that Afghanistan should become a sanctuary of that. And in that, Pakistan can help a lot. And this is the reason that recently, on the 25th of July, a first conference of its kind was held in Islamabad of the defense chiefs, where Field Marshal Asim Munir was there, and the US CENTCOM commander, General Michael Kurel, was there. And there were four Central Asian republics which border Afghanistan. So these Central Asian republics, America and Pakistan, in Pakistan, obviously the key thing that they would be talking about is counter-terror operations and how to stabilize Afghanistan. Then another interest of the Americans in Afghanistan is that because they have failed and they have left Afghanistan now, they still need some sort of a foothold there. And they believe that can be established in some way through Pakistan.